If you're over 60 and you start waking up at night to pee more than once, or you feel like you're never emptying your bladder, or you have to stand there waiting for the stream to start flowing, I want you to pay attention because these symptoms aren't just part of aging. They're signs that something deeper is going on in your body, something much more common than most men realize. As a prostate specialist, I've seen it time and time again. And I'm here to tell you this. Your prostate is trying to get your attention. And in many cases, it's not your age that's causing the problem. It's your daily habits. The little things you do, maybe without even thinking about it, that are causing your prostate to grow larger, heavier, and harder to control. But here's the good news. Once you know what those habits are, you can change them. And when you do, you give your body a chance to restore balance, relieve stress, and regain comfort. In this video, I walk you through 3 daily habits that silently contribute to an enlarged prostate and what you can start replacing. These habits are incredibly common, even in healthy men. But when repeated too often, they put pressure on the urinary system, encourage inflammation, and gradually push the prostate out of balance. You'll learn what these habits are, why they matter, and the small changes you can make today. If you're tired of discomfort, urgency, or feeling like your bladder is in control, this video is for you. And let me be clear, you don't have to suffer through these symptoms. Your body has the ability to heal itself, especially when you eliminate the things that are constantly irritating it. The first habit that silently enlarges the prostate over time is a simple one that most of us do, especially when we're out and about, busy, or don't want to use a public restroom. It's holding in our urine for too long. Now, you might think that waiting a little longer while you run errands or get home is no big deal. But when this becomes a daily habit, holding in your urine for long periods of time before you go, you're putting pressure, not just on your bladder, but on your entire prostate. You see, the prostate is located just below the bladder, right at the base, and it surrounds the urethra like a soft, flexible ring. This is the tube that carries urine from the bladder out through the penis. Imagine that tube surrounded by a ring. When that ring gets swollen or stretched, it slows things down just a little bit. When your bladder gets too full, whether from holding it in while driving, delaying urination while watching a movie, or ignoring the urge to urinate while running errands, it begins to stretch upward and downward. And that downward pressure acts directly on the prostate. It's like leaning on an already sensitive sponge. The more the bladder stretches, the more it pushes against prostate tissue that's already doing a big job. Over time, this repeated pressure creates small but important changes that, as the prostate becomes more flexible, become irritated. The tissue thickens, swelling occurs, and in many men, this constant tension becomes one of the silent causes of prostate enlargement. Men who consistently delay urination, especially those who think they're holding it in or just waiting for a convenient time, often suffer from what we call bladder outlet obstruction. This is when your bladder is ready to urinate, but the outlet is too narrow. Your bladder muscles have to work harder to push urine through the narrow channel because your prostate has become enlarged and hard. Not only is this uncomfortable, but it can also cause permanent bladder weakness over time. This habit may seem harmless. After all, a little delay is nothing, but for your body, it's like trying to squeeze a balloon with more air than it's designed to hold day after day. Ultimately, it affects structure, tone, and function. And unlike a balloon, your bladder and prostate don't burst. They adapt and not always in a positive way. If you're in the habit of waiting until the urge to pee becomes almost unbearable, gently encourage yourself to change that habit. Start listening to your bladder again. Go when you feel the need, not when the need becomes urgent. Responding sooner will take the pressure off and help your entire urinary system maintain a better rhythm. This may seem like a small change, but over time it can significantly lighten the load on your prostate and give it the space it needs to calm down, heal, and return to normal. Now, on to the second habit. And this one surprises many men because it seems completely unrelated at first glance. It's the habit of ignoring constipation. When your bowels fill with solid stool, especially from a diet low in fiber, that pressure pushes directly against the back of the prostate. This pressure isn't temporary. It's constant, like putting a brick on a sponge all day, every day. It puts pressure on the tissue. It restricts blood flow. It irritates nerves and creates low-grade inflammation that's not just in the colon. It spreads to surrounding structures, including the prostate. And here's the kicker. Chronic inflammation is one of the main causes of benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, which most men know about. But it doesn't stop there. Constipation also messes with hormones. When stool sits in the body for too long, it throws off the balance of gut bacteria, the delicate ecosystem inside the digestive tract. The modern diet, especially for older adults, is often high in refined carbohydrates, low in fiber, and often high in processed foods, cheese, red meat, and not enough water. These choices slow down digestion, dry out stools, and cause bowel obstructions, sometimes without you even realizing it right away. What starts as occasional sluggishness turns into a vicious cycle. Constipation causes pressure. That pressure inflames the prostate. Inflammation worsens swelling, and swelling worsens your urinary symptoms. So if you don't have regular bowel movements, or if your stools are hard, dry, or make you strain, your prostate may be bearing the brunt of that imbalance. Fortunately, the solution is within reach. You can start by gently increasing your fiber intake through natural sources. Consider adding more cooked vegetables, fruits like prunes or pears, whole grains like oats, and simple digestive aids like chia seeds or ground flaxseed. These foods not only soften stools and improve transit, but they also take the pressure off your prostate from the inside out. And when your bowels are moving freely and completely, your prostate finally relaxes. It's like clearing a crowded hallway. Things flow better when the passageways are clear. Now, let's talk about the third habit, an extremely common habit, especially in retirement years when routines slow down and comfort becomes more important than activity. That habit is sitting for long periods of time without moving. Whether you're relaxing in front of the TV, sitting at your desk with a cup of tea, scrolling through your phone, or reading a good book in your favorite armchair, time can pass quickly. And before you know it, your body has been inactive for too long. What feels relaxed on the outside can actually feel sluggish on the inside. You see, the pelvic region, where your bladder, colon, and prostate live, is built for constant, delicate movement. It thrives on circulation. It needs blood flow and gentle movement to keep nutrients going in and waste moving out. But when you sit for long periods of time without moving, your lower body stagnates. Circulation slows down. Oxygen and nutrients stop flowing freely. The lymphatic system weakens, which means your body is less effective at removing toxins and inflammatory waste. And those byproducts start to build up right in your prostate area. The prostate is a soft, delicate gland. It's not built to withstand constant stagnation. Like any living tissue, it needs good blood flow to stay healthy. When that blood flow is restricted for hours a day, the prostate can become inflamed, swollen, and irritated. Over time, this contributes to the slow, insidious growth of an enlarged prostate. Men who sit for long periods of time without moving are more likely to develop pelvic floor muscle tension, chronic low-grade inflammation, and eventually an enlarged prostate. And this often happens without obvious symptoms until discomfort, nausea, or disrupted sleep appear months or years later. This is why I recommend gentle movement throughout the day. These are light, simple activities, just enough to wake up your circulation and remind your pelvic area that it is still alive and needed. You don't have to run. You don't have to sweat. Even small things like standing up every 30 to 40 minutes, walking around the room, taking a few deep breaths while gently swinging your legs, or stretching your lower back can bring life back to that part. Think of your prostate as a sponge. If it is never squeezed, never moved, it will begin to harden and accumulate waste. But when you move even a little, you help keep that sponge soft, fresh, and well-nourished. Exercise isn't just about keeping fit. It's about keeping your core vibrant, alive, and responsive. Especially the hidden parts you can't see, but that silently shape your comfort, energy, and quality of life. Just a few minutes of gentle movement every hour can help keep your prostate healthier for years to come. Now you know. 3 seemingly harmless daily habits that contribute to an enlarged prostate. Holding in your urine for too long, neglecting your fiber intake, and sitting for hours without moving. These aren't serious problems, but that's what makes them dangerous. They happen silently, without much noise, and over the years, they create a world of discomfort, frustration, and anger. But there's power in that. Each of these habits can be changed gently, gradually, and carefully. You don't have to completely overhaul your life or start over. You just need to be aware of how your daily choices affect your prostate. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s experience improved symptoms, fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom, better flow, and greater comfort with their bodies just by changing these core behaviors. So if you're feeling frustrated, uncomfortable, or even a little scared about what's going on down there, take a deep breath. You're not alone and you're not helpless. Your prostate doesn't have to rule your life. You can take care of it the way it's trying to take care of you. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Sometimes the most powerful changes come from the smallest knowledge. Thanks for watching, and remember, your health is not on the back burner.